Hey guys, Clumsy here. Welcome back to ETS2 Season 2. Or should we say ETS2 ONOPS now as well? We'll discuss that later. But yes, we are continuing our journey with our own trailer, our own truck, and as you can notice, different paint job. I actually got a free paint job from the mechanic from the truck store because, well, I'll tell you the story later. But first, let's go and check out this journey of ours today. We're going to be starting off where we ended last time in Wrocław. Isn't it? Wrocław. I think I know it now. At least that's how Google Translate pronounces it, Wrocław. And then we will be headed towards Hungary, towards Szeged. Szeged? I think that's how you pronounce it. If Google Translate is working, then that's how you do it. 722 kilometers, so we'll have 2 episodes here most probably. Anyway, time to get on the road, and we are now on 142. Because I saw that ProMods updated to version 257, so I was brave enough to try it out and jump in with 142. I was also happy to see that most of the mods, at least all of the mods that we're using in this series, are updated already, especially this one, this truck from Johnny, has been updated for 142 as well, so no problem there at all. Yeah, so far so good. I'm using the new force feedback, not anymore the FFB plugin. I'm now using the default FFB from SES. It's a bit different. Not sure if I like it better. Definitely different, definitely more sensation, especially when you go through humps like that. But at the same time, it's also less in some areas, so it's like a pro and con thing, you know. Some areas it's better, some it's not, but we'll keep it because it's the default setting, and I think we can get used to it, and maybe we can tweak it later on. So we'll turn left here, and then we'll turn off the GPS there, so we can listen to Lori guide us, as always. There we go. That's how I like it. What kind of metric do we want? Let's get the fuel economy. Let's go and reset this thing. Okay, there you go. So we reset the trip so we can get our fuel economy for this trip specifically. At the end of the episode, we'll have an idea how good we are or how bad we are. Now, Lori has not been speaking yet. I hope she didn't get deactivated. Let's see.
Cross the rotary, 3rd exit.
Okay, it does work. Wrocław. Custom city in ProMods for sure. I'm just not sure if it's part of the Poland rebuilding from before when they were working with them, or this is really ProMods city made from scratch. But you guys let me know, okay?
Keep
Alright.
After 50 yards, turn right.
Thank you, Lori.
Turn right.
Thank you. Got that. Right. So S8, I believe this is. Maybe. We'll see at the sign right there. Oh, that's actually pretty nice. The force feedback is very different. I basically set it to default settings, guys. I have not tweaked it. I know some people have been asking for it. There's S8 indeed. Okay, good. So let's keep on the road here. And I'm actually looking forward to driving at night today. I think it will be night soon enough because right now it's 3 p.m. and we have early autumn in here, so the sunset will be earlier. Yikes, slow it down. And so when the sun sets, I actually have a new mod that people have been recommending left, right, and center. I think it's called Street Lamps mod. I forgot the name, but you can check it out in the mods list as always. Mods list link in the video description, and it will lead you to the Steam Workshop page for that mod. People have been liking the lighting at night with a foggy kind of look on the lights, on the street lights. So we'll see if we like it, and we'll see if it's something we want to keep. But in order to test it, we have to do it at night first. Okay, we have to drive at night. So I think today is going to be perfect. And then when it gets too dark and when we're happy with that, then we can sleep for the night and continue the next day and finish this job. I think we have enough time. Yeah, we have 26 hours in this job. I do have that mod that increases the delivery time, so we're not rushing. We can spend our time doing sightseeing. That's the way we like it. And still getting paid. Good. Yes. So here we are, guys. I know some people have been worried because you might have seen recently in the channel that we started an ATS series called ATS ONOPS, ATS Owner Operations. I know some people have been concerned that might result in this series stopping, but don't worry, both series are in progress, both are continuing, and I'm looking forward to both actually very much, because here in ETS2 we are saving up for Fred Scania. I think you guys have enjoyed that quite a bit. And we are saving up for a new truck, Fred Scania, because it looks great and is fully customizable and perfect for this series where we are an owner-operator, taking care of our truck, making it our own, and the more customizable it is, the better it is for us, right? So yes, that's the goal, that's the next objective in this series, in the current stage where we are at. We are no longer going to build an empire, we are instead going to enjoy our money by upgrading our truck bit by bit, improving it, customizing it, and getting the full vibes of an owner-operator. That's why I'm thinking of making this series called ETS2 ONOPS as well, because that's what we did for ATS. The first episode came out a few days ago, ATS ONOPS, where we start off with a very rusty Mac R and trailer. We're crossing over to, what country is that? Is that the Czech Republic or Slovakia? I think it's Czech Republic. Yes, indeed. Looking good. Alright. So yes, that's what happened recently, a few days ago. We released an ATS episode and you guys seem to like it very much. Thank you for all the feedback and all the comments and all the suggestions. Keep them coming.
100 yards, turn left.
So we'll definitely be applying the learnings to both series, because basically both series, ETS2 and ATS, have a focus on owner-operator style of driving. So if you have ideas on how to make it more immersive, make it more realistic, how to role-play it better, you guys let me know, okay? And speaking of role-playing, that's where we come into this paint job. If you guys remember from the previous episode, we had a bit of a dark grayish color on the truck, which was okay, but it was not really fitting with the trailer that we bought. The trailer we bought had very sharp colors, very strong white, blue, red, yellow kind of thing. There's a bit of gray there, but not much, and the gray truck just didn't fit. So I took a chance and I talked with the supplier, and they told me to go along with the trailer that we just bought. They are offering a literally free paint job for the truck as well, so that the truck and trailer will at least match. And I'm glad I asked, because that's one lesson, that's one life lesson. You know, in this series we come up with some life lessons, something we can apply not only in the game but also in real life. And I'm pretty happy with that. So that's one life lesson. Sometimes you just have to ask, you know. Sometimes you're thinking, oh, they'll just laugh at me. Oh, sometimes you're thinking, oh, that's impossible. But sometimes you just have to ask. and it won't really hurt anything, maybe except your pride a bit if they say no, but you don't really lose anything out of it, you know. At some point you get to learn that asking is a big thing. Sometimes asking is the only thing you need to do. So I asked the guys, and they graciously said, okay, yeah, just go to one of our partner shops. I think we have one there in Wrocław. So I went there to the truck shop, and they painted my truck matchy, the same blue. So now we have a bit more coordinated truck and trailer combination. Yeah, nothing fancy, nothing extravagant, but it is ours, and it is perfect for an owner operator like us who's starting out, having something matching. I definitely appreciate that. Oh, what is this? Rain. Yes, indeed. Thank goodness I stopped. Otherwise, we might have smashed into an invisible wall. There's the train. Nice. That's a nice treat. Cool. But yes, so now we have a nice paint job. And yes, in line with that asking, sometimes you just have to ask kind of thing. I actually put that to practice. So I read that in some books, in podcasts. It's a very common thing, right? It's a very common lesson. And it's something that we don't really learn, or some of us don't learn early, like me. And sometimes I still hesitate because I'm shy. I'm a shy person by default, by nature. So I don't normally ask, but I try to learn and I try to force myself, because it actually happened to me. So I bought a Kindle, you know, that ebook reader, years back. And the version I bought actually came with ads, you know. So the Kindle, it uses like an e-ink kind of technology, where the screen is there's always something on the screen, you know. It never really goes to sleep, you know. There's always something written in there. And this Kindle with ads, it's cheaper, definitely, but when the screen is locked, there is still something, right? There's also always something shown. What's shown are ads. It's nothing fancy, like Amazon ads, you know. That's the price you pay for a cheaper price. That price you saved is instead, it instead goes to the ads, right? Instead of paying the price, you get it in terms of ads, and that was fine. But then I started across this idea, and it was very alien to me, that sometimes you just have to ask, and it works. And sometimes it doesn't, but it doesn't hurt to ask. So I asked, and so I went ahead and got in touch with the customer representative. So they have these online chat features now, right? And you don't even have to call them. So chatting is okay, very much introvert friendly, so I'm happy with it. So I went ahead, got in touch with someone from Amazon, and I asked, well, I actually have this Kindle with ads. And then I said, well, I'm not even from the US, so the ads don't really apply to me. Like, I can't purchase them, you know, it's not accessible to me, so the ads don't really do anything for me. Yeah, I can't buy them anyway. What you're showing here, I can't buy anyway. So would it be possible to just remove the ads? And so that would basically convert it to a Kindle without ads version, which is, I don't know, maybe $30-50 more expensive by default. Something like that, right? And then I was expecting that they would say, well, okay, yes, you can pay like $30 and then we can remove the ads. But no, they just said, okay, please wait a moment. And then they just removed it for free. So yeah, I saved up a couple of bucks in there, and it felt great. Didn't have to harass anyone, you know, didn't have to bully anyone, didn't have to cheat, didn't have to steal. I just asked nicely, and yeah, they gave it to me. And that was like perfect application of the thing that I just learned, that asking is just sometimes you just have to ask. Although, of course, you always have to put it in the right context. You have to ask nicely. You have to be courteous. You can't just ask and feel entitled. It has to be a nice way of communicating. You can't just give out demands and expect them to do something. You are asking. You are not demanding. But yes, that's the perfect application of that, and I was so happy with that result. That lesson really stuck with me. And although now I still am a bit hesitant about it. What's the speed limit here? 80? Why am I driving so slow then? Okay. Yeah, I'm still hesitant a bit, but I try to remind myself of that lesson, of that experience every time, because it does work. It doesn't work all the time, and sometimes you get embarrassed, sometimes you get scolded. Yeah, like here in Singapore, I'm very shy because we have the uncles and aunties here, the servers, the people on the service industry, and some of the uncles and aunties, they're from a different generation, right? Customer is always right. It's not yet was not yet a thing back then, so they don't normally. They will happily scold you if you say something wrong. That's something like that. So I still am a bit hesitant to just ask, but I try to push myself from time to time. I try to weigh it. Will getting scolded be worth the risk to get what I'm trying to ask for, or am I not in a good enough mental state that I'm not happy to get scolded? I'm not willing to get scolded today. And if I weigh that it's better to stay, if it's better to just keep quiet, then yeah, I'll just keep quiet, and I won't ask for anything, like asking for extra condiments even, or asking for some directions. But yeah, it's always a pro and con thing. Now it is getting dark, so it's going to be perfect for those street lamps, but I'm not seeing them yet. Well, because basically it's super dark here, and also the force feedback is very weak. Turn left. Okay. Looks like we are in a very old area of the game here. Looks pretty old. The prefab looks very old as well. We'll see. Also, that was a stutter right there. Hopefully that doesn't come through, that doesn't push through. Anyway, bear with me guys, I know it's not the most scenic. Bear with me, and let's see how things progress once we get to the city. Actually, let me have a look. Is there a city nearby? There is. Brno. Yeah, maybe we can stop here, sleep here. Yes, I think that's a good idea. Alright, so let's turn off at Brno, and I think there's a mechanic there. There must be a rest area there as well, in that truck shop to the north of the city. Okay, there's the city. I see the buildings. Now where is the exit? Okay, there is a junction. 194 AB. And we'll have to zoom in here so I know where I can go. So let's have a look at the sign. Brno, yeah, turning right. Bratislava, straight ahead, we're turning right. And then I guess we are, since we want to go to the north, we'll have to probably go one of the Cloverleaf junctions, right? We're headed to the east here, so we need to turn to the left. Okay. So we have to go here. And I think, yeah, Brno Centrum. Yes, exactly. That's nice. And then we turn right here. That should make us go all around, facing that way, which is the north. Oh, this is the one, guys. This is the one. Yeah, the street lamps. Isn't it nice? That blends perfectly well with early autumn mod from Grimes. Isn't that nice? Look at that. Not too shabby, right? Yeah. from a distance, when you have these many lights, they actually kind of look like floating, well, UFOs, because UFOs are floating already by default. But yeah, this looks pretty fancy. I like it. Okay. So yes, we'll sleep here. What time is it anyway? 1 second. Yeah, I think this is a perfect time to stop this part. We'll continue the trip on the next part, but yes, glad I was able to show you guys these new street lights. Not too shabby. I kind of like the fog in them. Sometimes they look a bit too much. But if you don't look at them hard enough, like if you just keep them in your periphery, they're actually perfect.
Turn right.
Can't see the light. I kind of can. There it is. Right. So let's go and Randstad. There's a hiring agency here.
After 100 yards, turn left.
It's a very popular hiring agency, I believe.
Turn left.
That's something I see in LinkedIn a lot. Okay, let's go here. I see like a hotel area here. Hopefully they have something cheap for truckers. Just need their parking slot after all. We don't need to really go into the hotel.
Yards, turn right.
Might be a bit skimpy in there though. I don't think that's built for trailers. Oh, there's even these white lights. Yeah, it's not only the yellow ones, even the white ones. Yes, I kind of like it actually. Even if this is an old area, an old city. What I mean by that is that the city was built in an earlier version of the game, so it doesn't have the best layout, doesn't have the best diagram, doesn't have the best textures and whatnot. It kind of makes it better when you have those lights, right? Makes it a bit more modern looking. I believe there's also a version of this without the fog. You know, I think without that excessive, well, I wouldn't call it excessive, but some people might. If it's too much for you, that kind of fog on the lights, I think there's a version without the fog. I kind of like it with. It looks a bit more dramatic. Looks perfect for Halloween, right? Okay, here we are. Nice. Alright. Look at that. Finale. Looks like we're being interrogated. You know that scene with the stool and the spotlight and the criminal being interrogated, or the good guy being interrogated by the bad guys. Okay, I think that's good. Should be able to sleep here, I think. Yes, okay, that works. Alright, so I'll take care of things here, and I will catch you guys in the next episode. Look at that light, beautiful. Thanks guys, Clumsy Trucking. Catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.